It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Bahamas at Sunrise. You've joined us dead early on another fantastic Friday. I am your host, Mark Daniels.
Good morning. I'm Brooke Grant, your guest host for today.
Welcome back, Brooke. Always good to see you.
Thank you. Good to be back.
It's Friday, or we could call this Post-Turkey Thursday, where everyone yesterday around, I'm sure, enjoyed whether it was a day off, if you are an American citizen, or if you're a Bahamian, you just like to eat. Your plate was full yesterday, you had on your stretchy pants, and you probably blacked out for half the day, right? So for all of you who enjoyed yesterday, spending time with family, and also taking the time to be thankful for what you have, thankful for what's to come, just thankful in general. I hope you enjoy your day and gives you a lot of energy coming into this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, energized. I think that's the most important part of the food yesterday. The energy.
The energy. Actually, the sapping of the energy. 'Cause there is a condition called the itis. That's the scientific term, the itis, which draws the energy from the body,
Correct.
leaving one in a solid and stationary state for hours on end.
You got it.
The country suffered from that epidemic yesterday, but everyone should be good today. And and today is what they call Black Friday, and Black Power. No, not Black Power Friday. It is Black Friday. So those of y'all who shopping online today, your finger floating over the purchase button on your shopping cart. I know you guys are ready. I can only imagine the things that's going to be coming into the country. You got your shopping cart ready?
Pack.
Full and heavy.
Yeah, I finished with edit mode, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
that's it. Just
Purchase.
purchase right away. They don't even need the view card. It's
Yeah.
just buy now. Buy now. Well, for y'all that buying things, hey, I like stuff too. So you're getting that discount. I'll take a little something. You need a little something?
I could take it.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't forget us.
Don't forget us, right? Yeah, and it's the end of the week. For me, once again, it's been an exciting week because soccer boys are currently in Colombia putting it down. So far, we've gotten Colombia in the bag, we've got Mexico in the bag. We're going to try to beat El Salvador. So to the beach soccer men's team, keep pushing, keep making records, keep making us proud. And just the World Cup, man. I've been sitting around watching soccer all week. I've been working.
Yeah, that's work.
Yeah, I've been working. But, from 5 a.m., these games are on, and it's so hard to just focus on everything. The babies are crying, the dogs need feeding, but the game is on. That's what's important. So we're going to chat a little bit about that today. And we got a great show today. Let me not run on too much longer. We'll talk with the Evangelistic Temple's Men of Action Ministry about their men's retreat happening tomorrow. Definitely an interesting segment. We're going to review more of the World Cup action, as I mentioned. And we're going to talk to Dr. Thomas, and he will help us understand the threat of a global spread of measles.
That's right. We're also going to talk to Doctors Hospital about the Sip and See event that they're having at their Carmichael location tomorrow. And the Red Cross is here to talk about their Bahamian Celebrity Tea Party. That's exciting. Yeah. But first, let's check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
I like tea.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. What's first for you comes first for us.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, Bahamas. And your first look at weather: sunrise, Atlantic high pressure, the dawn weather feature this time, giving us some dry conditions and some warm temperatures. Lovely day in store weather-wise and weekend. Today, we're looking at lots of sunshine. On the warm side, there's a slight chance of 1-2 showers, mainly across the extreme northwest Bahamas. High temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, a few patchy clouds around on the mild side. The low temperature going down to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados, 86 and 77. In Jamaica, 88 and 78. In Trinidad, 87 and 73. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 87 and 73. Across North America, Atlanta, 58 and 53. In Raleigh, 55 and 45. In Miami, 84 and 74. Dallas, Texas, 52 and 41. And Toronto, Canada, 46 and 36. As you go to the weekend, high pressure continues to be the dominant of the feature, but we have a weak frontal boundary stalled north of Grand Bahama and Abaco. Could increase the rain chances over that area on Saturday and Sunday. Another cold front move through sometime on Monday. That'll cool us down a little bit, but for the most part, those temperatures over the weekend will be in the upper 80s at daytime and the mid-70s at nighttime. That puts wrapping your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. The Evangelistic Temple's men's ministry says it's time to man up for God, family, and country, and wants you to join them with a retreat this weekend. Here to tell us more is Eric Lopez, chairman of Evangelistic Temple's Men of Action Leadership Team. We also have Virgil Johnson, member of the Men of Action Leadership Team, and Keno Wong, another member of the Men of Action Leadership Team. Good morning to my powerful men in the studio, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Yes, I could feel the energy in the room. I love the title, Man Up. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I could feel all the manning up happening. So, Mr. Lopez, tell me, man up for God, family, and country. Why is this an important message at this time?
Well, we just came through a tough time with COVID-19. Men are going through a lot of challenges. Men are concerned. A lot of them have lost touch with God. Some of them haven't even gone back to churches yet. And we feel like it's really time for men to man up. They are concerned and they're frightened, and they need to look at, what they could do to just move on with their lives. And we want to try to inspire men to man up for God, man up for family, and man up for country.
And it seems intentional the way you've ordered that there. God, family, country. Why is it structured that way?
Because it's very, very important. That is the order. That is the order. You have God, you got family, and you have country. You try to shift them in any different order, it will not work.
Mr. Wong, tell us about the retreat and who will be speaking.
Well, I'm glad that you asked that. We have a dynamic set of pastors who's going to be coming on to speak, such as Pastor Johnson, Pastor Tyrone Sands,
And Pastor Bruce Davis.
Bruce Davis. And these men of the gospel will be really bringing it home to us, to encourage us as men to stand up and be all that we can be for the kingdom of God. It's very important, as of today, like our brother Lopez said, that the structure of God, family, and country, and if I can add into it, our communities, our neighborhoods, we as men must take that rightful stand and stand up. We see in our country where a lot of men drop off their significance to the University of the Bahamas or BTVI or some other function. And I look at the other day when the University of the Bahamas, Brother Lopez, when they had their graduation, if you had 1,000 females, you had 10 males who graduated. All right, we as a country, and this is such an awesome topic, man up for God, man up for your country, man up for your church, man up for your community, man up wherever you go. Be that responsible person, be that responsible father. And so I believe our guest speakers who will be here, who will be at the church tomorrow at Evangelistic Temple, they will be speaking to all men of walks of life. If you are a father, you have a son, bring them. We want you there. We want you to be a part of this. Because at the end of the day, when you leave, like the brothers in football, we want you to be man up on that. We want you to feel that energy to support each other. Like in life, we have a lot of women. I spoke to someone yesterday. Women tend to look out for each other if they're going through something. Men tend to stay back and be shy about not expressing how they feel. Well, this time, come and be a part of Evangelistic Temple Men's Ministry, Man Up, where you can share and feel from each other what we are going through at times. Because men also are emotional creatures.
Yes, we are.
But we hide it inside.
Yes, we are.
We hide it inside and we go elsewhere looking how to release that. But if you come into the presence of God and be with us tomorrow, I guarantee you, you're going to feel that energy like you feel in here.
I feel it right now.
You
right?
feel that. And we're inviting you. We're inviting you. It's nothing like when men come together, man.
I agree.
Whether you're playing dominoes, backgammon, or watching a football game, you feel that energy. And so tomorrow, I want you all to come and feel the energy.
I was just going to ask Mr. Johnson here. So in terms of who should attend this event and who it's geared towards, tell our viewers who should be out there tomorrow at this retreat.
Well, we target men in general, Assemblies of God men, and we extend it to the wider nation, to men out there in the Bahamas. We extend it to all men, new, and we are the head of the homes, and I think it should start with men. We need to take our rightful places, and men in the church, we want to spark that. We want to spark men unifying. You know, the Bible talks about iron sharpens iron. So we want to come together. It's not a denominational thing. Even though we are hosting it, we extend it to all the other churches, men in our communities. We want them to come out because we need each other. We cannot do it by ourselves. And we need to man up and unify, and let's take our country back. We see what's happening on our streets.
Yes.
So we extend it to all. Bring your sons, bring your brothers, your cousins, your uncles, your fathers. Let's come together. We want to fellowship, and we want to spend some time in God's presence, because he knows how to lead us in the right direction. And we want to hear from him.
And I'm hearing lots of wonderful things coming from the group: camaraderie, unity amongst men, supporting one another. You know, some people may not have had that example in their life. Some people may need someone to listen to, or they need to listen to others. And so I appreciate you extending this to all men, all ages. Bring your sons, bring your brothers out, bring your uncles out. Mr. Lopez, tell us, how do people sign up, and is there a cost to attend?
Well, thanks to our pastor, the Reverend Wong L. Cash. He's given us the opportunity to extend that to the entire Bahamas, because normally when we first got started, it was going to be for ET men. We said, wait a minute, you know, ET has excellent facilities, and you know, and to whom much is given, much is expected. So we want to open it up to the entire Bahamas. And we've invited some other men ministry groups to come out. But if you're in a men ministry group, you can come out. So it's for everybody to come out there and get.
About the times and when it starts,
right,
and where people can go.
It starts tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. The retreat is free to everybody, absolutely free. People say, is it free? Yes, it's free. We're gonna have a meet and greet luncheon. After that, we're gonna help transform our carport area, and after the retreat, men can get together and connect and talk. You know, a lot of times you go to these retreats and God puts something on your heart, and by the time you get in the car, the devil already took it away. So now you got a chance to share that up, share what God has put on your heart with one of the other brothers, and say, man, you know, this is what I got from that retreat. This is what God has been saying to me, and this is what I want to do. It's just a time to eat with some brothers, share what God has on your heart, or make friends.
Fellowship.
And so we're looking forward to that as well. And that cost is $10. And there's a telephone number, if you want me to, they can call. The telephone number that they can call is, my number is 424-9771.
466-3648.
Awesome.
636-9773.
So, Mr. Wong, quickly before we wrap up, we got a couple of seconds left, but just tell me, what does it mean to be a man of action, and who suffers when we don't man up?
Good question. Man of action. Man of action is me, you, these brothers here, our cameramen. They are men of action. We take the torch and we run with it. We make things happen. We get involved with not just with our church ministry, but we get involved with our communities. We get involved with the day-to-day living. You know, and so therefore, that's the part of being a man of action. All right, you are a man of action. You had a great turkey meal, like you said earlier in the show. You had a good time with your family and friends. That's man of action. Men who take that rightful position in their homes are men of action. And so therefore, this year at Evangelistic Temple Men's Ministry, we saw it fit with the leadership team to say, hey, men of action, not just at the church level, but everywhere else. And I just want to piggyback, if I can. Once again, we want to invite all men throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, but especially in New Providence, to come and hear about Pastor Tyrone Sands, Pastor Bruce Davis, and Pastor Gregory Johnson. But most of all, we want to thank our leadership team at Evangelistic Temple, especially our senior pastors and all of our associate pastors and the ministries there, for allowing us to put on this man up, and be a man for the kingdom of God.
And I just want to thank you all for manning up and being here this morning, right? Thank you again. Let to thank Eric Lopez for being here, Mr. Virgil Johnson, and Mr. Keno Wong for being here this morning. Thank you all for bringing us that energy. Man up, happening this weekend.
God, family,
and country.
We love it. We love it. Thanks for being on Mamas at Sunrise this morning.
It's a pleasure.
You're watching Mamas at Sunrise this morning. Man up. We'll be right back.
push-to-talk device is a beautiful device. It operates on our world-class cellular network. You can take pictures, you can take videos, you can put your persons in different groups. If they want the engineering team to have a different communication than the finance team or the security team, you can do that with the push-to-talk device. And that's not something that you can actually do with a regular communications radio device. We have several different types of devices. There's the 380, the 580 plus, and then there's the 590 plus, which is the top of the line device.
I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem, just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Welcome back. The Carmichael location of Doctors Hospital is holding a Sip and See event tomorrow, November the 26th. That's Saturday. Here to give us the details are Dr. Rodlyn Malcolm, family medicine specialist, Meghan Taylor, executive administrator, and Rashan Symonette, LAMP administrator. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Now, Dr. Malcolm, this is an exciting event. Just from the sound of it, I'm super curious about it, but please tell us, what is the idea behind the Sip and See event?
Okay, so as you know, Sip and See, or Sip and Paint, Sip and Praise, we got the name from that, and we decided to be a little bit more creative. So Sip and See the Doctor allows our clients and our patients to come to relax, have a chat while sipping some nice healthy beverages and see the doctor at the same time. And they have the opportunity to ask questions, to get information, any burning questions that they want to ask about their health, and we will be there to assist them with that. So that's the idea behind it, to provide a nice relaxing environment, to take away the stress and anxieties, and to allow our clients to be comfortable with their physician to ask questions.
I love it. I was curious about what was on that beverage menu, so thank you for clearing that up. Good to know. Dr. Malcolm, will people be able to meet doctors and tour the facility?
Absolutely. Because, you know, when we put on fairs, of course, we want to see what we're getting out of the fair, right? So the idea is that the people would be able to look at our comfortable environment, and trust me, it's very comfortable. It's cute, it's petite, but they'll be able to see it when they come out. So they would be able to tour the facility, they would meet the physicians, including me, you know, proud family medicine physician. And also I do wound care as well. So there's a lot of different things that we have available at that location. I'm not the only provider there, but there are other providers that will be there as well to introduce themselves and be a part of our primary care team.
That's amazing. Taylor, let's talk to Meghan Taylor now. What health screenings will be available? Give us some details now, because wound care stood out to me just now. I had a C-section earlier this year, so it's like, oh, okay, good to know. But what other screenings can persons look forward to having at this facility?
So we're definitely going to do the basics, like your BMIs, your weight checks, your height, your blood pressure, your glucose monitoring. And then we're going to have a nutritionist out there that's going to, if you have any questions about your health, or we might say that you may be a little bit obese, and what does that mean? Don't get nervous. We have all of our specialties that are going to be out there able to guide you and assist you in what your status is. And that's the way we want to get into the community of Carmichael, so people can know their status.
Love it. Let's hear from Ms. Symonette. What else can people do at Sip and See? Because this is an event, and I want to know what all can we anticipate coming out there on Saturday.
So thanks. Definitely one of the highlights will be our Loyalty Advantage membership program. We are going to encourage persons to sign up. And with that program, it offers affordability and accessibility to our services at Doctors Hospital. It is for all ages, no matter what health conditions you have, no matter exactly, no matter what healthcare conditions you have. It is for the uninsured, it's for the uninsured. We have 3 current plans right now. The prepaid primary care plan, which is $44 a month. With that, it offers discounts and free preventative care as well, like your annuals. You have 2 free imaging service, you have 1 free mammogram, 30% off medication, 30% off blood works as well. For our insured, we have copay waivers on your prime care visits that will be offered at Carmichael as well. You have copay waivers on your medication, imaging, and labs. So it's so much more. We also will be encouraging our NHI sign up, and that right there is free. With NHI, we will also give you 1 free imaging and 1 free mammogram, along with 2 free nutritional consultation just if you're starting up with one of our providers, NHI. So there's a lot going on Saturday, and we do want to encourage everyone to come on down.
That's amazing. That's super value. I mean, for anyone that's looking to be a part of something that's exclusive and something that's preventative and helpful, this is the kind of program that someone like me, I'll be checking this out, will be definitely looking into further. Now, when events are hosted, one of the big questions is, yes, you have drinks there because we're sipping, but I want to ask Ms. Taylor, will there be food?
There will definitely be food.
Okay.
There's no event without the food, right?
Yeah. What's that menu going to look like? Heavy food, sauce, like.
Not sauce. We have some healthy choices, tasty foods. So we also have our nutritionist, like I said, who's going to select menus and items that you can eat that is more on the healthier side, that people won't think like, what is this that I'm eating? You know, people think, they get scared when you think healthy, just like broiled broccoli. That's not what it is. Very tasty food is going to be out there. That'll be provided by one of our favorite calf vendors.
Love it. So what time is the event? Is it an all-day event, or what time do I need to get up and get out there out on Carmichael?
So we're running it from 12 till 4. Whilst the parents and adults are going to be monitored. It's open for all ages, but you know, we have some distractions out there for the kids. We have some game interactions, balloons, maybe some face painting. But we're going to be interactive. We have live music happening, photography. So just come out and have a good time with us. Get to know us, our new physicians in our Carmichael location. We want to get to know our community and just be able to have a healthier community on the whole.
Wonderful. Now, final question. This one I'm going to throw over to Ms. Symonette. Where exactly is the Carmichael location now? We need street names and we also need landmarks. So break it down for us. We don't want to miss this.
So it is on Carmichael Road on the main strip. Now, landmarks. It's going to be next to Bahamas Christian Fellowship. If anyone knows where our COVID testing is on Carmichael Road, it's next door to that in the plaza. If I'm not mistaken, the plaza is yellow, but of course, you know, our Doctors Hospital pink. You're going to see that little break in the building. So it's going to be right behind that building right there. Megan, can you remind me of the plaza's name?
I am not sure, but what I can also suggest is it's 2 doors south of Popeyes on Carmichael Road. You can't miss it.
Got it. So why should people come out? I mean, you talked about the value that'll be there for us, but Dr. Malcolm, tell us again one last time, why should people come out to this event? We know it's Sip and See, but just drive it home for everyone who's still on the fence about it.
Okay, no problem. Driving it home. It's personal. After a grueling pandemic season, we have lost a lot of people. We have lost loved ones. It's personal to all of us. Here at Doctors Hospital, our slogan is to provide trusted and best care now. And we should ask ourselves, isn't our health worth it? At this point, how much more do we want to suffer? We are here to create healthier lifestyles. We should be putting our health at the forefront, and this is what we want to do for our community. Our community is suffering from a lot of comorbidities, hypertension, diabetes. Let's help to prevent this. Let's make a stride in our community and help to move forward.
And with that, Dr. Rodlyn Malcolm, Ms. Meghan Taylor, Rashan, Symonette, thank you ladies so much for inviting us all out to the opening of the Doctors Hospital location out there on Carmichael, the Sip and See event happening tomorrow, Saturday, November 26th. I believe you said from noon to 4 p.m., is that correct?
Yes.
All right. An event for the entire family. Ladies, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us here at Bahamas at Sunrise. I hope to see you all out there on Saturday, as well as all of our viewers who are curious about these programs, what you can benefit from. You know where the location is now, so you all have a great day, and we'll be right back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Nassau Agencies Limited is pleased to announce that we are in compliance with the new Price Control Drugs Amendment Regulations 2022. We continue to cooperate with the government as they seek to bring economic relief to our citizens and residents. Nassau Agencies Limited, distributors of Nature's Bounty vitamins and minerals, nutritionals Ensure, Glucerna, beef disinfectant spray, bark insect sprays, prescription drugs, and health and beauty aids. Nassau Agencies Limited, your quality assured pharmaceutical wholesaler.
What do you want from a cloud solution? You want flexibility and edge? You want to modernize applications with the ability to deliver new ones with lightning speed. You want an infrastructure that's automated, secure, cost-effective, and scalable. You want to give the end user the freedom they want with the control you need. You can't get all that from just any cloud. You need something better. You need Bahamas Cloud. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Welcome back. The FIFA World Cup is one of the most prestigious sporting tournaments in the world. It takes 4 years to get here, and now that it's here, all football or soccer fans are happy and enjoying this holiday. We're here to talk with Hercule Estime. He is a sports fanatic and an Argentina fan, and we're just going to have a little conversation about what's been happening in Qatar. Good morning, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you.
So, we're here talking World Cup. Tell us, what are your thoughts on the competition so far?
I think the competition has been good so far. Very surprising.
Yeah.
We had some upsets, so kind of shake things up a little bit. So I think I can't say who's gonna win for sure right now, but I gotta go with my team Argentina. So I gotta still put them out there. France has a very high chance of repeating as champions. So.
Yeah,
they have a very good team.
So first, let me offer my condolences as an Argentina fan. I know that everyone was ready for Argentina to come out the gates blazing.
Yes.
But I think it was the first major upset of the tournament, correct?
Yes, it was the first major upset. I think that they needed that loss because they was riding high on the 36-game winning streak.
Right.
I was riding high on it. I expected them to come in there and, blow Saudi Arabia, out the gates.
Right.
But they allowed them to have life, and when you allow a team to have life, you're in a very dangerous territory.
Yeah, as we say for those of us on the pitch, the ball is round. So on any given day, anyone can beat anyone on that pitch. It is the better team on a day, and I think there's just been the hype around Messi and his legacy. Cristiano Ronaldo, them two have a little battle going back and forth.
Yes.
Who's going to be the greatest? So I think lots of fans are looking at which one of them might take home the trophy this year. So tell us, how did you get interested in the game of football or soccer?
Okay, so originally I wasn't a soccer fan. I didn't really like soccer.
Yeah.
But I think it was after the 2014 World Cup. That's when I really fall in love with it. Like, I saw the passion of the fans and just the passion of the players playing for their country. And I was like, yo, it's like, there's something that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I realized it's the world sport.
Yep.
You understand? America has football. They have basketball. We have cricket, sailing. But for soccer, soccer is like the universal sport for the whole world. So when I realized like the passion that they have when they play, I was like, yo, that's crazy.
It is definitely passionate. For those who haven't played the game or aren't familiar with it, at first glance, they're like, oh man, this game is boring. They just running up and down, kicking the ball.
But it's
like a symphony. It's like watching an orchestra build up to a crescendo. And when a goal scores, everyone feels it. Everyone goes crazy. So we had a couple other hot matches happen this past week. So you saw France. They won their match 4-1. They were the World Cup winners last year. So how do you think they're going to do this year?
I think they're going to do really good, but I think they're missing Puig.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're missing him, but they have a lot of young fellas. So I don't want to rule them out because they're missing them.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of young fellas. So and they have a good attacking
once
crew.
you got Mbappe, then you
you
already half the battle is won. I think one of the other big upsets that happened this week was Japan versus Germany.
Oh yeah,
Germany being a superpower in the game of football, being past World Cup winners many years, and Japan coming in as an island nation, upsetting Germany. I think that was a great game. What did you think about that?
I think it was good too, and that's the thing about the World Cup. When I was explaining to somebody, like, you can't just go in there, slacking because these people playing for their country and they playing with passion. And one thing I always know about Japanese, they play with passion. They have like that methodical approach to it. Wherever they play, whether it be basketball and track and field, they have passion. They have passion wherever they go.
And one of the things we saw with the Japanese fans, I don't know if you saw a clip of it, is that after a game, they automatically got up collectively and started to clean up the stadium. The fans, they pulled out garbage bags, and they said, as a culture, their philosophy is to not leave mess behind where they've been.
That's
they
what
want
I
to
so
leave the
love
place
about the
better
Japanese.
than it was when they got there.
And then the team actually left their locker room cleaner,
spotless, right?
Cleaner than they actually meant it. So I respect them for that.
Yeah, we big respect to them. We could always learn from other countries, other cultures. I think that's something admirable. So shout out to Japan on the heels of their big win, still showing how to keep the place clean and be orderly. So speaking of passion, we know one of the countries very passionate about the game of football is Brazil. They had a match yesterday, and I think we've seen the goal of the tournament so far. I don't know if anybody caught it, but it was a flick up and a scissor kick from in the box. You got to go check it out online. I think it was the goal of the tournament. I don't know if you think it's going to stand, but what are you looking out for with Brazil?
I know Neymar just got injured.
He did get injured.
So he has an ankle injury, and he's a very key component to that team. I remember when he got injured, it was 2014 when he got injured, and they got blown at the gate. So it could be the same situation, but hopefully it's just an ankle injury, and hopefully it's not that serious, where he's able to, put pressure on it and he's able to play. So, but I still like their chances though.
They have a talented team.
Yeah, so because Brazil is very passionate about football.
Yep. And people are expecting them to do big things. I think there's a lot of eyes on the tournament this year because a lot of teams have gone through changes. The old guard has switched out. You have a lot of new players in. And I think today, one of the most exciting games on the ticket is the USA versus England. And that's going to be a big match today. It's happening at 2 o'clock. I'm looking forward to that. That's one of the ultimate rivalries. I don't know who you're going with.
England's going to win.
England's going to win?
Yes, England's going to win.
All our American viewers out there, please don't take it out on me. But they say England is going to win this one today at 2 o'clock, right?
England's going to win. United States have some their men's soccer team has some way to go to get on the same level as the superpowers in terms of soccer. Now, on the women's side, they dominate, but the men's side, they have some work to do.
Well, we'll look out for that today at 2 o'clock. I'll be tuning in. I'm sure you're going to be tuning in. Our viewers are going to be tuning in. And then there's lots of action this weekend, non-stop. But we're going to have to cut here because we need to get ready for this 8 o'clock match is coming up. But we'd like to thank you again for coming on the show this morning, Hercule. We appreciate your commentary, and maybe we'll chat again before the World Cup is over. So who's your prediction for who's going to win?
Argentina.
Argentina?
But I don't want to rule out that France is going to repeat. France has a high chance of repeating.
All right. Argentina and France coming in hot in second. So thanks again for joining us for Moms at Sunrise. Keep watching the World Cup.
All right, thank you.
You're watching Moms at Sunrise. It's World Cup. We'll be right back.
Since 1967, Freeport Oil Company Limited has been dedicated to fueling growth and prosperity in the Bahamas. We have been a constant pillar within the country, striving to invest and support our community through the best of times and the worst of times. For us, Full Call represents 21 years of strength and consistency, consistent leadership, consistent growth, consistent customer service. Through it all, we are resilient. Full Call, fueling growth for people.
One thing, two things, blue thing, all things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We are here at the mid-show on another fantastic Friday, or post-Turkey Thursday. For those of you who still got the itis, who just rolling out of bed, good morning. I hope you enjoyed your Thanksgiving and getting ready for a wonderful Friday. So how was your first part of the show?
First part of the show was phenomenal. I mean, I learned so much about what I can do to prevent certain ailments in my body. Doctor's Hospital, the team was on point, and I'm excited about that Saturday event.
Yeah, and on Saturday we got the Man Up Retreat happening. So all you men out there, check out Evangelistic Temple. And of course, you're talking about World Cup, the greatest sport ever, the greatest thing ever. Make sure to tune into that England and USA match today at 2 o'clock, and let's see who comes out victorious. So what do we got going on in the second half of the show? We're going to talk with Dr. Thomas about the potential global rise in measles that we've been hearing about.
And the Red Cross will tell us about their Bahamian celebrity tea party. But first, let's take a second look at weather with Godfrey Birdside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. What's first for you comes first for us.
Thank you, Brooke, and good morning, Bahamas. And your second look at weather, sunrise, the tropics. The tropics this morning with 5 days more left in the 2022 tropical cyclone season. It is quiet, and tropical cyclone formation expected during the next 5 days. On the local scene, high pressure to dominate the future across the islands, so we look at some dry and warm conditions throughout the weekend with lots of sunshine. In the marine forecast, today those winds, southeast to south at 10 knots or less, seas less than 3 feet of northwest Bahamas, east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet of the central and southeastern islands. On Saturday, across all the islands, winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet, those winds falling light and variable at times. On Sunday, these winds become southerly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet northwest Bahamas, continuing east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet of the central and southeastern islands. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 8:23 this morning. Your next low tide will be at 2:55 this afternoon. High again tonight at 8:42. Sunset will be at 5:19 this evening. Rises tomorrow at 6:33. UV index 8. Your water temperature 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And the moon phase, no moon. Your extended look, we have a weak cold front. We'll move near Grand Bahama Abaco on Saturday evening. And then the second front will pass through sometime on Monday morning early, so a slight cool down after that. But for the weekend, lots of sunshine, warm temperatures. So temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime in the mid 70s. Behind that cold front, we're looking at the mid 80s at daytime and the lower 70s at nighttime. That puts you up in your fun. Look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Brooks.
Thanks, Godfrey. The Red Cross, the Bahamas Red Cross rather, is hosting a Bahamian celebrity tea party. Very exciting event. Here to tell us more about this are Lisa Pinder, Director General for the Bahamas Red Cross, Crystal Ferguson, member of the Bahamas Red Cross, and Lady Ingrid Darling. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Lady Darling, what is the Bahamian Celebrity Christmas Tea Party all about?
It's really historic because the Bahamas Red Cross started really as a branch of the British Red Cross back in 1939. And then we became independent, and in 1975, by an act of Parliament, we were made the Bahamas Red Cross Society, because there's only one society in a country, but we have branches in the Family Islands. So, of course, you know, in the intervening years, there was the Duke of Windsor was here, and his wife was here, and she worked in the Red Cross branch. So we go way back there with this work, and they were in Government House, of course. So the tea parties for the Red Cross used to be held in Government House Gardens. Wow. And we are reintroducing the tea party. We haven't had it for a long time, and we would have had it in Government House Gardens this year, except the government is renovating that historic place, which we appreciate.
Yes.
And maybe next year we'll be back there. So that is the history of the tea parties for the Red Cross. And this year we're having it in the Trinity, Holy Trinity Activity Center in Stapleton Gardens instead of Government House Gardens, which is wonderful. And we are having it and combining it with more entertainment and whatnot, because this is a fundraiser, and you know, at this time we all need funding for our organizations.
Yes. It's such a beautiful event. I mean, the thought that you're having tea in a garden, whether it's at Government House or in the Stapleton community, this is something that I think persons would look forward to, if not just for the festive nature of it,
yes,
but the fact that you can do so and in an elegant manner.
Yes.
So I think that's exciting.
Right. And then the leaders of the country, their wives have always supported the Red Cross. And so we said that they are our celebrities, our Bahamian celebrities. So the Governor General's wife is our patron, and we have a lot of the celebrities that are going to turn out for us. Dame Marguerite Pinder is going to be there, Lady Folks. The Prime Minister's wife, Anne Marie Davis, is going to be there. And we have Mrs. Pratt, Cynthia Pratt is going to be there, and Ruby Ann Darling, and Mrs. Beverly Whitfield, where she's one of our celebrities because she's 95 and still an active member of the Red Cross Society and a past president. So these are our celebrities.
Wonderful.
So that's why we're calling it a celebrity tea party.
Ms. Ferguson, tell us a little bit about the food and drinks that will be served at this event.
Well, food and drinks, we know what the tea party is all about. Some of you are thinking, oh, well, we're used to having a high tea with crumpets.
Yes,
oh, no.
And pinkies out.
Pinkies
right?
out. You know, must have our gloves, our pearls, and our fascinators. It's truly a red carpet Christmas event. And so when you're thinking of treats, you will have your Christmas cookies, lot of delights. We have a caterer specializing in foods that will tantalize as we celebrate the Christmas season, and as the hall will be decorated in all of its Christmas full attire, the meal will match. And Also want to let you know about what all we will be doing. It's not just the food and the tea. Yes, we're celebrating the tea, but we will have a hat show. There will be a parade of hats going on, and gloves are optional, but I would encourage you to wear your gloves, put on that best fascinator, and then we will also be hosting a table competition. Now, I'm an avid tea party goer, and I love to decorate tables, and so with this Christmas theme, don't come expecting just the red and the green. No, we will have a parade of colors, a kaleidoscope of colors. You may have a pink table, there may be a snowman table, there may be a gingerbread table, who knows? So come on out, it's going to be really a wonderful opportunity. There will be prizes for the table, there will be in-house raffles, there will be door prizes, there will be table favors where we will celebrate tea. And you know, we have the Bahamian tea, the fever grass and the mint, and so we will truly, Madeira bark, we'll truly be celebrating tea, Christmas style, and it will be a true red carpet event.
Lovely. Now I want to know a little bit more about the entertainment. Can you, Ms. Pinder, tell us what the entertainment will look like at this event?
Thank you. I will tell you, I am pretty excited to inform that the Royal Bahamas Police Force pop band will be there. And so I can hear the music already. I always think of the pop bands as the introduction to the Christmas season, with all of the nice Christmas music in true band style, love band music. And so that entertainment will be there. Of course, you know, there will be a fashion show as well. So not only the hats and the fascinators, but also attire. So you will see ladies in their finest version of Christmas in the Bahamas style. Wow. We will also, of course, have games, and there will be prizes, and I will say surprises as well. And so persons who come out can look forward for a good time, as well as to have all of these nice dainties, all the petite fours that you have at the tea party, all dainty and everything like that.
I think we're getting in the frame of mind, knowing what to anticipate at this point. I'm very excited, I must say. But Lady Darling, I want to make sure that I do dress appropriately. Could you just let us know what's the dress code for this event?
Well, we said dress code, hat and gloves, but we put that optional because some people started saying, well, I think they thought, well, I don't have the kind of hat and gloves. But we said optional. And then, of course, we're also trying to really introduce this to young people. And we are having some young people that will be coming out and, enjoying what they would think as, too formal, but we'll all fit in. Yes.
Very thoughtful.
Yes,
and
yes.
Lisa, could you tell us some of the great work that the Red Cross is doing? Let us know, what will the funds that are raised go towards?
Okay, yes. Of course, you know that we were a major player in the Dorian response. So not only through our donations, but also through our contributions from our parent company, the International Federation of Red Cross, and a lot of the major Red Cross societies. We attracted the funds that made a lot of difference in the response for Hurricane Dorian. We also, of course, we do have our youth program. We have young people in all of the schools. We wanted to continue our after-school programs that COVID has set aside. But we also need to be advocates for young people against violence, against antisocial behavior. So all of these programs we want to run. We definitely do have our feeding program. Sometimes that's the majority of what people think that we are about. But we do a lot of other programs as well. We want to do our community backyard farming. So we want to be able to allow persons to look at food security as being in their hands, and so this is another program that we want to be more enforced. We have a lot of other areas, many people that need our assistance, and the funding from this and any other form of donation, because even if you don't want to come to the tea party, but if you do realize that this is a great event to support, we welcome donations as well. You can go to our website, or you can come into the National Society, and we'll be very happy, because I think that for us, the strength of the community involves community.
Yes.
And so that's all of us.
Absolutely. Ms. Ferguson, please let us know, what is the cost of the tickets and where can they be purchased?
Well, please contact your Red Cross Society. You can call us at 323-7370. The cost of the tickets, general admission, is $60. If you are a celebrity, it's $100. And as my sister in the Red Cross has said, this is for a worthy cause. And so see your ticket purchase as a donation to the Red Cross. And I just want to say, from you enter the building, the reindeers, the bell ringers, the carol singers will be there to greet you, and you will find that you have gotten quite a lot for your cost of your ticket. And again, call us at Red Cross headquarters at 323-7370. We are ready to get the ticket in your hand.
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Ferguson, Ms. Pinder, and Lady Ingrid Dowling. Thank you so much for coming to the show, telling us about this phenomenal event. When and where?
December 4th.
December 4th.
At Trinity, Holy Trinity Center in Stapleton Garden.
Thank you so much.
3 p.m.
At 3 p.m.
Very
Got
important.
it.
3 p.m.
Thank you so much, ladies. We look forward to being there. We'll be right back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Nassau Agencies Limited is pleased to announce that we are in compliance with the new Price Control Drugs Amendment Regulations 2022. We continue to cooperate with the government as they seek to bring economic relief to our citizens and residents. Nassau Agencies Limited, distributors of Nature's Bounty vitamins and minerals, nutritionals Ensure, Glucerna, beef disinfectant spray, bark insect sprays, prescription drugs, and health and beauty aids. Nassau Agencies Limited, your quality assured pharmaceutical wholesaler.
What do you want from a cloud solution? You want flexibility and edge? You want to modernize applications with the ability to deliver new ones with lightning speed. You want an infrastructure that's automated, secure, cost-effective, and scalable. You want to give the end user the freedom they want with the control you need. You can't get all that from just any cloud. You need something better. You need Bahamas Cloud. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the family.
Our menu, it's digital, so customers, once they come in, they have to scan the menu. Due to the space size, customers were unable to connect. It was unstable. Customers were very irate. They couldn't see what we offered, so sometimes we had customers that left, and now we don't have that issue. Customers are easily accessing the menu on the website. So now it's a smooth process, and ordering is much easier. Installing the Euromesh was easy as 1, 2, 3.
I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem, just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Welcome back. According to the World Health Organization, there is now an imminent threat of the spread of measles to several locations across the globe. Here to talk with us about this is Dr. Carlos Thomas, pediatrician with Pediatric Associates. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Mark. It's nice to be back.
Always a pleasure having you here, sir.
Thank you.
So measles, I mean, as a child, we knew that we had to get our vaccine shots with the MMR vaccine, and we never really thought that you would see measles face to face. So tell us, firstly, what is measles?
So measles is one of the most highly contagious infectious disease caused by a virus that causes symptoms like very, very high fever, runny nose, increased tearing, cough, a rash, and it can make you very, very sick. It may cause pneumonia, you may have an ear infection, and sadly, some children especially die from measles. I'll give you some perspective. I've been a physician for 31 years, and I thought I would never see measles in my lifetime. Prior to 2019, when we had a case in the Bahamas, we had not seen measles reported since 1997. So we had, 22 years of no measles. It's interesting that in America, they also in 2019 saw the most cases since 1992. And across Europe, they're seeing the same thing. We're seeing more and more cases of measles. And it's in large part due to the decline in vaccine rates, which we can talk about.
Yeah, so tell us, we've heard that measles has been eradicated before. How has it now resurfaced?
We used to boast in the Bahamas about 95 to 97% compliance with vaccines. In other words, 97% of our children in the 90s and early 2000s were vaccinated. We have seen a gradual decline. I've heard numbers as low as the low 90s, high 80%, which is terrible. There's this concept called herd immunity, where when you have more persons in your community who are vaccinated, there's less circulating disease. And that magic number by the experts is 95%. So we need to try our best to get our numbers up, vaccine rates.
And so are we seeing the same trend not only in the Bahamas, but globally?
In the Americas, they're seeing the same trend. In 2019, there were only 13 cases reported in the US. But last year and the year before, 49. So almost a tripling, almost quadruple. So we're seeing increasing number of measles. And although most people get over measles, some die. Those who are very old, very young, immunocompromised, it's a big problem.
So how did COVID-19 and the pandemic play into this issue of dropping in terms of the percentage of the population being vaccinated? How did we get to this point?
I think it's a perfect storm. I think even prior to the COVID pandemic, we were seeing a decline in vaccine rates. Of course, especially in the first year, people stayed away from clinics. There was this fear of what the vaccines could do, and the vaccine rate for routine vaccines saw a decline as well. So not only was there phobia for the COVID vaccine, there's also a concomitant phobia for all vaccines.
I think I've seen in an article that they estimate up to 40 million children or persons have missed their vaccinations due to the pandemic and other reasons within the past year or so. Where in the world is experiencing the largest outbreaks currently?
Well, Europe is a big area. So Europe is seeing a large outbreak, and some states in the U.S. as well. I'm not aware of any new cases in the Bahamas, but we have to be very vigilant, and we have to continue to do a good job, even a better job in communicating the importance of vaccines.
So when should children receive the measles vaccine?
So there are two vaccines in this series. The first one is given at 1 year of age, and prior to 2019, we gave the second vaccine between age 4 through 6. We've made a change. We are now giving the second vaccine at 15 months, so 3 months apart. And the vaccine is extremely effective. For every 100 persons who are vaccinated, if exposed, maybe only 3 persons. So it's 97% effective, which is excellent.
Do we need to be worried here in the Bahamas? Should we be concerned about measles reaching our shores and us having an outbreak here?
We should be concerned. It's only one plane right away. I remember in 2019 when I was called to say there's a case of measles in my office. I couldn't believe it. This person had flown from Europe, from France, to the Bahamas, and they were not vaccinated. And so it's very, very clear that in every jurisdiction, when vaccine rates go down, disease rates go up. So we have to be very careful.
What do you have to say to our viewers watching this program who may have missed vaccinations for their children or still are a bit cautious about vaccines in general?
It's not too late to catch one vaccines. It's very important that at your first opportunity, you make a visit to your doctor's office, your clinic, and get back on track. Never too late.
Never too late. Well, it's always a pleasure having you on the show, Dr. Thomas. You know, we hear the word measles and we want to panic, but after speaking with you, we have a plan. The vaccines are there. We need to get persons out and get our children vaccinated, and we can prevent an outbreak. So thank you for putting it into perspective for us. Always appreciate you being on the show.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. You're watching Mamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
The islands of the Bahamas. Fly away.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. It certainly has been a fantastic morning. Top of the morning. We were here dead early with Mark, right?
As always, right?
How were your segments?
They were good. I enjoyed all of our segments this morning. Always a pleasure waking up dead early with our Bahamian people and our international viewers, because we know y'all watching from all around the world. So thank you again, because we appreciate you being here with us dead early every Monday and Friday and all other days when we replay.
Absolutely. So many things happening this weekend and throughout the course of the festive season that we're stepping into. I was happy to see lots of red in the building, making me be reminded of Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, we couldn't wait until this little breeze started blowing and we started putting up Christmas decorations. So you're feeling the spirit. Go and hit purchase on your car today. Remember, it's Black Friday, right?
That's right. And while you're doing that, be sure to purchase your tickets for the Red Cross event and any other exciting things happening around town this weekend and throughout the course of this season.
Well, enjoy your weekend. Sip some tea with the Red Cross, man up with Evangelistic Temple, and watch yourself some World Cup football. Enjoy.